So, I am going to go around my apartment and show you all my musical instruments. I've started to accumulate more than I used to have for no known reason. It's just that here we have something called a melodica. It's 3 full octaves, and the tube is for blowing in. It's basically a fancy harmonica with a keyboard instead of a bunch of different holes. You open a hole, you open holes with the keyboard. It plays chords. There's my guitar, which I don't pick up very much, and I can only play 2 songs on, Puff the Magic Dragon and House of the Rising Sun. And I play them in funny keys that I learned myself. There is my my King 3B trombone that I bought in 1972 for $600 and paid for at $15 a gig by playing in a Chicago band during high school. It's still going strong. I actually put some lacquer polish on it last night and cleaned it up inside and out. I need some more tools for cleaning up the inside. I got a brush, which is good for scraping, but I also need something that's good for rubbing on the inside. And here we have a singing bowl. Which gets much louder than that if I pay enough attention to it, but I'm not doing that now. Notice my fan that's blowing on my Mac. You can touch it, it hurts a little bit, so I don't do it on purpose, but you will not actually harm yourself. And there's my P-bone. That's a plastic trombone that cost $150 about a year ago. You can buy them online. They come in all sorts of different bright colors: purple, red, yellow, green, blue. I got a blue one. I may get one in a different color at some point. I want to get a better mouthpiece for it. They make really good mouthpieces that actually could replace my 6.5 AL that I've used ever since I was in high school. Moving right along, we come to the desk, where we find 4 flutes. Count them, 4. There's a silver Artley on top and a big flute in perfect tune. I found that one in Boston, the same place that I found some panpipes, which are not evident. I don't know where I put them, actually. I need to find them again. Then there's a small wooden flute that belongs to Victoria, my daughter. And then there's a ceramic flute, which I just got last week, and will probably give to my son Christopher if he likes it, and I think he's going to. It's hard. The open-holed ones are a lot harder to play than the silver one. The silver one I got pretty good at playing along with Jethro Tull albums. And then I have a 2-octave MIDI controller, which I hook up to a synthesizer that runs on my iMac, and usually I play this funky organ. Oh, I gotta turn it up. So to turn it up, you push the volume key and move the volume slider. I need a little more up. So push the volume key, enter the volume slider. Oh, and I have it selected on piano now, which is really not quite what I wanted. So I am gonna not show you that now, because in order to unlock, I either have to type a very long password or I have to look at an app on the phone, and so I'll go away from the video, and I don't want to do that right at the moment. And then, of course, I have my speakers. Those are going out through a DAC. That's an external DAC. It's a pretty cheap external DAC. It's only CD quality, but that's all I can hear, so I don't bother with anything worse. They'll cost $20 nowadays, and they're usually better than the DAC that's inside the Mac. And then these are mid-range Sennheisers. They're right at the edge of being audiophile, but not so much. Audiophiles cost a lot more. And my Swans are these perfect near-field monitors. And then I have a Klipsch subwoofer. This is the bottom of the line Klipsch subwoofer. There are none cheaper than that, but it works perfectly to do what I want, which is to make low bass, because these go down to 50 hertz, and that does everything below 50 hertz. So anyway, there's an overview in a little bit less than 5 minutes of my musical world. Trombone is the one I do well at. And I sing